Welcome to the realm of intoxicating flavors and head-banging beer reviews.
It's time for a Rare Beer Club unboxing and review. What's up, everybody? It's the Ginger Yeti. And now that I'm back at home, I'm able to do some my Rare Beer Club reviews. For those of you that don't know or are new to my videos, I get this awesome gift, which is the Rare Beer Club. I get 2 bottles a month, never know what's in it. I mean, I could go to the website and look or read the emails and they would tell me what's in it, but I just like to keep it a surprise. This is my Christmas gift, so I get it every year. So every month I get 2 new beers. It's really cool. I really do like this Rare Beer Club, like this particular package, because there's 2 big bombers. I have quite a few of them sitting around now. This is the latest one I got. This one is from April. I did see I got an email that the May one was delayed a little bit because of some sort of shipping issues. Go figure. So let's open it up here and see what we got inside. Of course, you get the normal, it's a Mother's Day advertisement. It's a little late now. That's past Mother's Day. Don't need that, right? Got the paperwork for the 2 beers. I'm not even going to look at that yet because I like to just go straight in and check out the bottles. Oh, this is interesting. I've got a Corsendonk. Is it patter or patter? And there's a pencil right there. And an Ode Crick Ville Ode beer cell. All right, let's get this box out of the way. You know, this one looks familiar. I think I have had this before. I'm not sure. But this is the 2014 variety. I'm not sure if I've ever had... I think I've had this. The label looks familiar. But this one is from 2014. So that's really cool. That's 10 years old. And then this Corsendonk, I may have also had this before, is a double. Do a quick glance at the paperwork here. The Ode Crick Ville 2014 is a Rare Beer Club exclusive. And I was right, as patter, the Corsendonk Patter Double. This could be a hard decision. I don't know which one that I want to try tonight. They're both 6. This one's 6%. This one's 7.5%. Well, 6%, 7.5%. I don't know. I think I'm going to start out with the double and save this one for another day. I don't even know which one's which. Save this one for another day. So this one here, the Ode Beer Cell, the Ode Crick Ville, you have to tune in next time to see when I review this one. I'm sure this is a delicious one. I love cherry beers. But now we'll go back to the, if I don't get the paperwork mixed up, I will review the Corsendonk Patter Double. And this is from Brewery Corsendonk out of Turnhout, Belgium. Been to Belgium many times. I'm not sure exactly where that city is. See if there's anything important on the bottle here. It says serve at 4 to 6 degrees. Label's kind of beat up. This must have been around for a while. Brewed and bottled in Belgium. And I'll go through here and see what's interesting on this little the paperwork you get. Like I said, this is from the Rare Beer Club. It's really cool. Definitely check it out. Check out my other videos from the Rare Beer Club where I speak more about the club itself. But I'm just going to get right into the beer here. Like most Belgian Abbey-style beers, the roots of Corsendonk go way back. The Priory of Corsendonk was founded in 1398 by the daughter of John III, Duke of Brabant, in the Flemish town of Ode Turnhout. And the monks of this monastery brewed beer, as was customary throughout Flanders and Europe in general. The monastery and its beer flourished for almost 400 years until it was closed by Austrian Emperor Joseph II in 1784. In the wake of the French Revolution in 1789, the monastery and all of its property was seized and sold off. The monastery saw new life when its buildings were restored in 1968, evolving into a conference center, hotel, and restaurant complex over the next several years. Similar to the Priory's beer has experienced a restoration as well. A new breath of life came to Ode Turnhout and his brewing tradition when Sir Henricus Kiersmakers founded a new brewery there in 1906, and he kept the Abbey beer tradition alive. But when the family brewery closed in 1953, it appeared the beer would again be lost to history. And indeed it was for almost 3 decades until Henricus' grandson, Jeff Kiersmakers, revived the brand yet again in 1982. Because the family no longer owned a brewery, Jeff partnered with another family brewery, Brasserie du Bourg, to brew Corsendonk beer. Wow, that's a lot of craziness going on right there. I mean, for it to die and be revived and disappear and be revived, I'm surprised that we even have this today, or I'm even going to be able to drink this today. That's pretty cool. As far as the beer goes, I mean, there's more in here I could read, but I'm sure you don't want to hear everything that I could read here. This is a double. Once again, we're excited to taste Corsendonk beers, and they didn't disappoint. This time we chose the Pater Abbey Double as our Rare Beer Club offering. As with many traditional Belgian double ales, there is a sense of history to experience along with the flavors. Belgian monks have been brewing single, double, and triple beer for ages. The doubles and triples were brewed as a means to cover their living expenses, upkeep, and maintenance of the building and grounds of their abbeys, keeping the single beer for themselves as sustenance. The single beer, a pale-colored ale, was historically the lowest in ABV, think 5%-ish. The dark amber or brown-colored double was up to about 7% ABV, ours being 7.5%. And the triple beers being the highest of the three in ABV, usually around 7.5 to 9% ABV. Doubles are typically complex with pronounced malty flavor, yeasty aromas, fruity esters, and nutty essence. They are very approachable and drinkable, tend to have a dry finish that won't fatigue the taster's palate, and many will also display a mild bitterness and pronounced toasty expressions that will draw in a true beer aficionado. Corsendonk Pater pours a deep amber to brown with a slight opaqueness. It has a thick, pillowy off-white to tan head made up of a creamy mousse and exhibits great retention. It even leaves behind thin layers of lacing with every sip. Decorating the inside of the glass, with every sip decorating the inside of the glass. Wow, I can't even read anymore. Haven't even had a beer yet today. Though slightly opaque, the deep amber brown hue invites your eyes to explore its depth as it is held up to the light. As we lifted the glass and held it close to our noses, we were greeted with a full spectrum of classic toasty malt aromas, baking spices, and dark fruit notes. Have to look for those. After a few swirls in our glass, more aromas came forth in the form of toasted bread, brown sugar, caramel, medium roast coffee, and hints of licorice. The aroma hit parade continued with dark fruits, notes of plum, figs, raisins, and dates, with subtler hints of dark red apples and black cherries. These aromas were capped by aromas of warm spices such as cinnamon, nutmeg, cardamom, and black pepper. The spice, fruit, and malt aromas are supported by floral yeast esters that cling to our olfactory senses. I don't know who these people are that taste all these beers, but I definitely don't have the palate or the sense of smell to pick up all that kind of stuff out of these beers. I'm just a simple beer drinker. Back into the flavors here, we first encountered warmly toasted dark caramel malt and toasted bread flavors with brown sugar and toffee close behind. The flavors continue with notes of coffee beans, plump raisins, dark plums, and chewy figs. Is there a difference between plump raisins and regular raisins? The dense layer of fruit went on to exhibit the subtle dates, red apples, and black cherries we experienced as aromas with a crescendo of cinnamon, nutmeg, cardamom, and coca. Yeah, hopefully I can get half of that when I taste it. And there's more here to read, but I'm sure you're tired of me talking, although I do need to flip this back over to see. Got a little selection of glassware here, and it says tulip, goblet, or chalice. So that would be this glass here. So I can at least try to attempt to get the right glassware. Now, this has one of those little cork and cap things. Gonna unscrew this. Let's hope this doesn't blow up everywhere. I did drop the whole box. So this might turn into a mess. Hopefully I can at least get the cork out without smashing it into my eye, knocking the camera over, or what other nonsense could happen. Ooh, that was a loud pop, but nothing coming off the top. Some gun smoke, but surprisingly no foam, no head. The beer's not exploding. The cork is kind of cool. Just says tradition on it. Of course, here's a picture of the Corsendonk bottle, but the label's kind of messed up, unfortunately. So when that popped off, I was getting big smells of wine, actually. That's what it smelled like to me, was wine. Yeah, it's got very, very winey, wine-esque kind of smell to it. And if you haven't seen my Rare Beer Club videos before, I don't do any research on these beers before I open them. I just open the box, pick what's in there, pick one out. So I'll make sure to put down down there on the video the untapped information and the beer advocate information, but I have no idea what it is. That is definitely a nice, like, ruby brown color. Very nice tan head. Very effervescent tan head. Yeah, it's like a nice khaki tan colored head. And that color is just, it is very dark, very ruby brown. I mean, that's probably a 20, no, I'm going to go up to like the 23, 22, 20, yeah, 23 on the SRM. I don't see a lot of light coming through it. It's kind of an obstacle course to get to my flashlight now. Oh, that is dark. I mean, that is a dark brown. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. But that's definitely a dark brown color. See if I can pick up any of those essences and smells and craziness. Do get some of the yeastiness. Maybe a little bit of malt and dark fruits. I'm not getting any sort of coffee or hints of licorice or all this other stuff that they say on the paperwork. Again, I'm just your average beer drinker drinking these beers. Well, that looks like a delicious, delicious beer. I'm sure a lot of the flavors and aromas are going to be lost on me, but we'll try it anyways. Cheers. A lot of carbonation in the mouthfeel. But that could be some of that head that's still clinging around, sticking to the glass. Definitely get those dark fruits. I don't know about coffee. I mean, you get some of that dark caramel malt, some of those dark fruits. I don't know where they're getting cinnamon and cardamom or anything like that. A lot of carbonation. But this is a tasty beer. Very complex. Probably too complex for my palate. I just keep pouring big glassfuls of head. I mean, you are getting some of these. Like I said, you get the dark fruits. I don't know about cherry. Definitely not getting any of this cardamom or nutmeg or cocoa. But maybe my palate's just not refined enough. Maybe if this warms up a little bit more, some of that stuff starts coming through. I mean, it says to serve at 4 to 6 degrees on the bottle. Rare Beer Club says to serve it at 48 to 52. Need a thermometer up here. But I'm guessing this is around 40, right around 40 degrees right now. So I probably should have let it warm up a little longer. I'm going to take a break. Let this warm up a little while. Come back to it. See what kind of flavors will pop out of it so I can do some justice for this Rare Beer Club beer, because this is really nice beer. And I want to see if I can get all those flavors out of it. So I've let this sit out for about half hour, 45 minutes now. And the room I'm in is probably right around, I would say 20, 21 degrees C, 70 degrees Fahrenheit. It's been sitting out here for about, like I said, half hour, 45 minutes. Definitely warmed up way past refrigerator temperature. Should now be up in the 48 to 52 degrees, I would expect. And we'll see what's changed. So the nose, I am getting some more of those dark fruits. I mean, it's starting to smell more like dark cherry, like black cherry almost. Still not getting any of those like baking spices they're talking about. No brown sugar, no caramel. Like, I don't know. These people must have the most perfect sense of smell, like a bloodhound, to pick up some of these scents. I'm just not getting that. We'll see what the taste's like, see how it's changed. I mean, the dark fruits are definitely more pronounced. It's actually mellowed out some. Like, the carbonation is definitely mellowed out. It's mellowed out overall. It's much easier to drink. But I'm not getting that nutmeg or cinnamon or cardamom, coca. I don't get any of that like they describe in this. Not getting notes of coffee beans. It's just dark fruits. Now, this is a really nice beer. But it must just be lost on my palate because I don't get any of this stuff that the Rare Beer Club says I should be tasting. However, this is a great beer. It's a big horns up for me. I mean, this is an excellent beer. I would drink it again. I'm guessing the price on this, I mean, the Rare Beer Club, you could buy this with shipping or plus shipping for $20 a bottle. Well, excuse me. I mean, $20 is probably a good price for this. That's a good beer. Now, I think a lot of these flavors, my palate's not refined enough. I'm not a Cicerone or a sommelier. I don't have this like great tasting ability. I'm just the average beer drinker drinking these beers. So I don't pick up a lot of these things, unfortunately. But this is still a great beer. I know it's an adventure trying some of these beers. And with that being said, embrace the adventure.